Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. So this reading is going to be all about the messages from the moon. As usual, you have 3 different options to choose from. You can pause this video and choose the option you feel most drawn to. I will go ahead and get started with pile number 1. Hi everyone, so if you chose image 1 as your option, then this is your reading. I will start with shuffling your tarot cards. Oh, wait. Any messages or guidance from the moon for pile 1? Any messages or guidance from the moon for pile 1? Okay, there are too many. Whoa. So you have 5 of Swords reversed, Queen of Swords reversed, 7 of Cups, Death, and you have Page of Swords. So pile 1, the first thing I'm getting for you is that I feel like some of you want to make a really big change in your life. It can be regarding anything, but you want to make a really big change in life. But you need either a message from someone to make this change, or maybe you need some clarity, but there is something you need to know about before making this big change. So for some of you, this is a clarity you're looking for to make this change, and for others of you, I feel like you want an answer from someone to finally start making this change. So you are waiting for some communication or something like that, or you are just in general looking for clarity before you start embarking on this journey. Because I'm looking at this gap between Page of Swords and Death card, and I feel like there's this gap. So this gap can be communication from someone or just clarity in general, but before making this change, it feels like you want this or you need this. This is not a message, but this might be a confirmation for some of you. But maybe you recently either distanced yourself from someone or cut someone off from your life after you realize that they did something shady, or they were talking behind your back, or there's some, I would say, deception because of which you finally distanced yourself from someone. If that's you, then the message for you is that you are soon going to be coming across either many opportunities or many connections in life. So let's just say if you had a fallout with a friend or anyone, then I feel like you are soon going to be coming across many people who want to be your friend. Yeah, like a soul tribe. This might differ for each and every one of you, but if you did left someone behind because they were doing something which was, deception. I hear deception. So if something like that was happening and you distance yourself from someone, then you're soon going to be coming across many connections. Or if this is about any opportunities, maybe you left a project or a company because something was happening behind your back, then this is a confirmation for you that you are soon going to be presented with many options. So this is a message from the moon that even though you might feel alone right now, or some of you might be doubtful if you made the wrong choice or something like that, and this reading is a confirmation for you that you will soon come across many options. So you have Trust card as your pre-shuffle card. So again, I feel like the moon wants to let you know that you made the right decision, and trust that these options or these connections are coming in your life. And if you were waiting for this clarity or communication from someone, then again, the same message that moon wants you to trust that it is going to come in your life, this communication or this clarity. So let's just say, even if you were waiting for some communication, so if this is a person you are waiting for to communicate to you about something, then even if they don't, I feel like that's enough clarity. And that is what moon is trying to tell you, that if they do, then again, that's the clarity you need from someone. And even if they don't, that's also a message. Not getting any answer is also a message, pile 1. And that's the message moon wants to give you, that either way, you're going to be fine, pile 1. So whatever you're waiting for, trust that it's coming to you. So pile 1, I will roll your astro dice. Any message or guidance from moon for pile. Wow. So you have Pisces, you have Jupiter, and you have third house. Third house just over Page of Swords, which is all about communication. Most of you are definitely getting communication if you were waiting for it. And I feel like after that, you will finally be able to make a change in your life. But yeah, this is not a coincidence that third house, which is about communication, is just over Page of Swords, which is also about communication. Yeah. So if you were waiting for a communication from someone, then most of you are getting it. And for those of you who recently distanced yourself from someone because they were doing something shady behind your back or something like that, then moon is trying to tell you that it was a blessing in disguise, even though it was really painful. But these people were not good for you, especially in your path ahead. So I feel like, even though again this was really painful for you and it took you a while to recover from it, but because Jupiter is all about blessings, so I feel like this was a blessing in disguise, because I feel like this person was holding you back in some way. The message from moon I'm getting is that you need people who are good for you around you. So this person not being in your life anymore is a blessing in disguise, even though it was really painful at first. I also feel like, because you got Pisces too, so I feel like some of you might get messages through your dreams about this situation. So if you recently cut something or someone off from your life, then you might get some guidance by the moon through your dreams, or maybe through a reading. Yeah, but you are getting messages from the moon about the situation. So pile 1, I did a quick automatic writing session for you, and I got some keywords. So you have 1 muse. So maybe these days, pile 1, you might be feeling inspired. Maybe something is inspiring you. So I feel like moon wants you to take inspired action. There's a reason why this thing is inspiring you, calling you. So again, moon wants you to take inspired action. Other message I'm getting for you is maybe someone is interested in you. And yeah, because muse is reminding me of artists. So maybe this person is an artist and they see you as their muse. So maybe some of you have a secret admirer and they are really, really interested in you. Then you have arrow and shoot. Then you have suspense. Yeah, that is again reminding me of this suspense you feel, like when you will get that clarity, when you will get that communication. Maybe you're waiting for some results or something like that, but you're waiting for something, some communication or a result or something which is keeping you in suspense. I just heard just get this over with. So I feel like, because even arrow shoot is reminding me of that, you just want to get this over with. You just want to know the answer or whatever this is and just get this over with. Arrow shoot. Yeah, just get this over with. You are in suspense and it's really making you feel, yeah, I just heard unease. Then you have wonder. So again, you're wondering, maybe you send someone a message and you're wondering how they would take it, something like that. I mean, there can be thousands of scenarios, but I mean, you know better what this is about. Then you have surpass something. You are surpassing something. Maybe your expectations or someone's expectations, but wow, this is a blessing coming in your life. Maybe some of you, if you're a content creator or if you are on social media, then maybe you might surpass your, so if you have a goal of reaching certain numbers or something like that, then you are surpassing that. Then you either have union or neon. Something about union, neon, bonus. Maybe some of you are receiving bonus. Humming. Then you have on, off. Uranus. Uranus makes me think about something unexpected. Something unexpected on, off. Getting something unexpected on and off. Then you have ions. So pile 1. Message from the moon for pile 1. Message for the moon, from the moon for pile 1. So you have the wow. I feel like some of you might meet a member of a soul tribe, because I just heard soul contract when I looked at this card. So I feel like some of you might meet your soul tribe, or maybe a member of a soul tribe. And I feel like this person, there's a really high chance that this person will stay in your life for the rest of your life. This person is meant to make you feel supported and connected. Wow, that's beautiful. Pile 1, message from the moon. Message from the moon. So you have awakening and karma. There's nothing from a past life that cannot be addressed in the current life. Okay, for sure, this is another confirmation that some of you are going to meet someone from a past life, and wow, my left ear just started ringing. Yeah, some of you are definitely meeting a member of your soul tribe. This person is from a past life. And I feel like when they will come in your life, you might be too busy. So maybe at first you might not notice them. You're really busy when you will meet this person. But this person is from a past life. And because I also heard soul contract when I got this wow card. So yeah, this person is meant to be in your life. You have awakening. Oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. Yeah, I read sheep as sleep. So I feel like, again, you might not recognize them as someone who is a really significant person in your life at first. Even though you might get signs from the day you meet this person, or even before this person comes into your life, but still I feel like you are so busy that you will just not recognize that this person is someone important in your life at first, but eventually you will realize what's going on. Wow, yeah, you are getting signs for sure. Pile 1, message from the moon. Pile 1, message from the moon. balance. Some of you might be seeing 1111 these days, and that is a sign that this communication, if there was a clarity or communication you were waiting for, then it's coming soon. Pile 1, message from the moon. Any guidance from the moon? Oh. Sharing. Yeah, this person who I was talking about, you're meant to share your life with this person. So this can be a platonic connection or a romantic connection, but yeah, this is a beautiful connection. Pile 1. Pile 1, message from the moon. Adjacent possibilities. Okay, this is a really specific message, but for some of you, this person can live in your building or near you, and you might share your dinner together because you have this strong connection and you will be really comfortable with each other. So you are in and out of their house anytime. Pile 1, message from the moon. Pile 1, message from the moon. No limitations. You are a celestial being with unlimited potential. There is so much for you to share. Again, sharing. So either you are sharing your life with someone, even if it is a friend or a romantic connection, but there is this energy of sharing. Or for some of you who have an online business or something like that, then this is a great sign that you are going to be sharing a lot of information to your audience. Pile 1, messages from the moon. Any guidance from the moon? Okay, you have the spider. Creator of prosperity through life's work, Dharma. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance flows. When in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, forlorn. To bring into balance, playful creativity. For those of you who are in the process of starting something or have already started something in their career, and for most of you this might be something new, then the moon wants to tell you that you are extremely creative and you're meant to share this gift you have. You're meant to share your work. The only advice moon wants to give you is that do not focus too much on the outcome and instead find joy during the process, during the journey when you're creating this. And I feel like that way abundance will come to you from everywhere. You also have no limitations. So I feel like as you will share your gifts, as you will share your creation, there is no limits to what you can get. There's no limitations to the abundance you will get, the abundance that will follow you, that will be attracted to you. So I feel like the moon wants you to be focused on the process rather than the outcome. And in that way, you won't feel discouraged when something might not go your way at first. And you will keep working towards it because you are so focused on the process rather than the outcome. And again, that energy will make abundance flow to you without any limitations. Pile 1. If you're creating something, then abundance will come to you. And the only guidance from the moon is that to be more focused on the process than the outcome. So pile 1, I will shuffle your letters So this is all I have for you, pile 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I want to thank you, your spirit guides, and the moon for coming through. I hope you have a great day. Bye. Hi everyone. So if you chose image 2 as your option, then this is your reading. I will start with shuffling some tarot cards. Let's see what we can get. Messages from the moon. Messages from the moon. Okay. Messages from the moon. One more. Take this one. Okay, so you have Two of Crystals, Two of Pentacles reversed. You have Eight of Cups reversed. You have the Tower reversed. Knight of Crystals reversed. Knight of Swords reversed. Wow. You have two knights. Some of you might be seeing 222 angel number. I feel like some of you might feel tired these days, and because of that, either physically tired or mentally tired, but you feel exhausted, and because of that you might not be able to take action on something. So this is a specific message, but some of you might be dehydrated. There's a really strong message for you too, because I just got that quote in my head, which was something like, if you can crawl, then crawl. I feel like there's something the moon wants you to do, and it's such a complex situation because I feel like you might either be exhausted, or because you also have pain and the movement card as your pre-shuffle cards, so I feel like either you are in pain or you're just exhausted. So because of that, it's really hard for you to move towards something, to take action on something. But the message moon wants to give you is that even if it's just a small thing you can do every day, then do it. If you can crawl, then crawl. Because I feel like even though I can sense this energy that it is really painful for you to do this, or you are extremely tired, extremely exhausted, but still the message moon wants to give you is that to take one step at a time. So in short, moon wants to tell you that every step matters, every step counts, even if it is really small in your eyes. Because I feel like to get out of this pain, to get out of this exhaustion, or whatever this is, moon wants you to be in this energy of movement, and that will help you more. So yeah, restructuring your life. Yeah, I feel like you're exhausted. I don't know why I'm getting this. You're exhausted completely, mentally, emotionally, physically. And this is such a tough message because the guidance for you, which I'm getting from the moon, is that only this movement energy will get you out of this. So even if washing your face feels like a task to you these days, then the moon wants you to try to do it. And I also feel like because of this imbalance, you are not able to let something go. And again, I'm getting the same message, restructuring your life. This is such a tricky message because sometimes even showering is a task, especially when someone is going through something and their mental health is not great. But this is what's coming through for you in this reading. The moon wants you to crawl if you can crawl. The moon wants you to start taking small steps every day, even if it's just one thing the entire day. So pile 2, I will roll last dice. Message from the moon, guidance from the moon. So you have the first house, Pisces, and Saturn. Yeah, Saturn reminds me of discipline. So pile 1, I mean, you know your situation better. If you are really struggling, then of course go to a professional if you can. So pile 1, I mean, you know a situation better. If you think you can do it, if you think you can take these small steps, then the message from the moon is that, yeah, to be disciplined. But if you are not in that space, if you are really, really struggling, then this message might not be for you, because this message is all about discipline, restructure your life, go after what you want, even though it's really painful. So I don't want anyone to feel like they are not doing enough. So if you're in a really bad space in your life, if your mental health or your physical health is not good, then this message is not for you. Because again, I don't want anyone to feel like they're not doing enough. So yeah, this message might not be for you. But for others of you, I'm getting this message from the moon that to be disciplined, because Saturn is all about discipline, to take small actions, to restructure your life slowly. I just heard emotional purging. So some of you might be having emotional nightmares or dreams. If that's you, then emotional purging might be going on in the astral realm. I don't know much about this, but I have heard that sometimes light beings energetically heal you in the astral realm. So again, I don't know much about this, but it might be happening to you if you are having really intense emotional dreams these days. You are emotionally letting go of some things which were stuck. Emotional purging. Other message I'm getting for you is to be your own first priority. So before you do anything, because I feel like you do a lot for others, and sometimes in the way you forget about your own dreams, your desires. So especially in your career, the moon wants you to go after, spend that much energy you put on others, on your own desires, on your own career goals, on your own financial goals or anything like that. Because I feel like you put your focus on other people, you put others' needs before your own needs. So, and I feel like it's affecting your career a lot. It might be. So the moon wants you to focus on your own career first before anything else. So the next time someone asks you to do something and you have your own work to do, then instead of saying yes straight away, think for some time and then tell them the answer. So message from the moon for pile 2. Message from the moon for pile 2. Kairos says it's time. The moon wants you to know that it's time to do this. And this is just below movement card. So the moon wants you to move. Yeah, so if you're waiting for a perfect time or something like that, then this is a confirmation that this is it. This is the time. Something you had your eyes set on for some time. Pile 2, message from the moon. Invite help. Yeah, in the beginning of this reading, I was getting this message that if you were really struggling, then you are being called to go to a professional, maybe a therapist or a doctor, counselor, something like that. Because I feel like some of you might be really suffering a lot, mentally, emotionally, physically. So this card is just confirming that if you're really struggling, you need to ask for help. You need to go to a professional if you can, and maybe talk to your friends or anyone who cares about you and tell them what is going on in your life. So invite help. Ask people for help if you are really, really struggling and you feel like you are not able to get out of this space. Invite the divine to pursue you seriously. Just say, I'm finally ready. God, pursue me. Some of you are being called to be more connected to whoever you believe in. So, pile 2, Message from the moon. Message from the moon. Pile 2, message from the moon. Rejoice in celebration. Yeah, this is again reminding me that you need to prioritize your own happiness before others. So let's just say if you are working a lot and you finally get a day off, and let's just say someone comes up to you and asks you to do something for them and it's not urgent, then the message from the moon is that you need to focus on yourself first. So you got that day off finally after working so much for so many hours, and you need that rest. I feel like some of you might feel guilty that you are free today even though you were working so hard for such a long time. But even for a second you feel like, well, I'm not doing anything right now, so let's just do this. I mean, this situation really depends on the other person, but I feel like you need to prioritize your rest time too. You need to be more disciplined about your rest too. So before saying yes, think about it. If somebody asks you a favor, think about it before saying yes, because you need your rest. You need to be more disciplined about your rest. Pile 2. And that means saying no sometimes. Pile 2. Message from the moon. Pile 2, message from the moon. Message from the moon. Pile 2. Storm warning. So pile 2, nothing's to be scared of, but moon is trying to tell you that if you won't prioritize your own needs and if you won't be more disciplined about your rest, then it will really affect you. And from the beginning of this reading, I got this energy that you're already suffering. So, I mean, nobody wants more, right? So take this as a reminder from the moon that you need to say no sometimes. You need to be more disciplined about your rest. It will affect you a lot if you won't. So pause and think before saying yes to anything, and keep your own needs first before anyone else. Pile 2. Message from the moon. Ripeness. I feel like this is something which has been happening for a really long time, and it's time. It's long overdue. Pile 2. It's time to let some things go. It's time to say no. It's time to set your boundaries. It's time to be more disciplined about your rest too. Pile 2, message from the moon. Pile 2. Okay. Breakthrough. Breakthrough. I feel like some of you, especially if you are a people pleaser, you don't know how to say no without feeling extremely guilty. I feel like some of you are definitely breaking through this wall. And that might be why you got the celebration card. Because I feel like you might be finally breaking off this pattern in your life. And maybe that's what it's time for. It's time to do that. Moon really wants you to finally break through this wall. And also I feel like some of you are being called to connect with other people more. So if you have friends, then maybe spend some time with them. That will also make you feel good. More connection in life. Pile 2, message from the moon. Wisdom. Pile 2, message from the moon. Okay, you have, wow, you again got wisdom. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. I feel like you're gaining so much wisdom from something which happened in your life. And because of that, some of you might feel called to share that with others, with public. If yes, then this is again a confirmation. I feel like you know so much about this and how to get out of that state. So some of you might feel this calling to share it with others, with the public. Then this is a sign that you should go for it. You can share your wisdom, pile 2. You also have strength. You are being guided by the cosmos. Stay strong. A positive outcome is assured. And this is just over invite help. I feel like you might not feel strong when you ask for help. And this is a message from the moon that it takes strength to ask for help. So that in fact means that you are strong when you ask for help. And if you are waiting for a results or anything like that, then a positive outcome is going to come from that. And if you felt called to ask for help from someone specific, then there is a high chance that they will say yes. They might help you. Okay, pile 2, message from the moon. Pile 2, message from the moon. The horse. And this horse has a moon. Momentum, freedom, expansive energy and force. The horse represents the most masterful form of earth energy within the deck. It provides us with momentum so reliable, so supportive that you can ride on its back towards any goal. No matter how difficult the terrain, a horse personality is fully awakened, fully alive and cannot be defeated. The horse's freedom becomes available to us when we hone and collect our energy through daily practice. Daily practice. I was just talking about that in the beginning, that the moon wants you to do something even though it might look really small every day. And that will really build up your momentum. Wow, you have momentum and you got that movement card. Physical stamina, exercise and mental focus, meditation are the secret weapons behind the horse's legacy. When in balance, achieves anything, never gives up. When out of balance, runs away, feels weak. To bring into balance, strength training. So again, this is a confirmation that I feel like most of you feel physically and mentally defeated. And again, if you are suffering a lot and you need help, then ask for help. Go to a professional if you can. And again, if you can, start some exercise, start doing meditation. So again, the moon wants you to have a daily practice. It can be anything. It doesn't matter how small it is, even if it's brushing your teeth. It can be anything. But the moon wants you to have a daily practice. And that will move you towards better mental health, better physical health. So pile 2, I will shuffle your letters. Pile 2, moon wants you to know that you don't have to bear all the pain alone. You can ask for help. You can share what you are going through with your friends or anyone who is close to you. You don't have to bear all this pain alone. Pile 2. Yeah, it was tying you down. So the main guidance the moon wants to give you is for you to have a daily practice, and it will really, really help you in your mental health and physical health journey. So pile 2, I forgot to show you your automatic writing session keywords, so I will do that now. Mustard, wonderful, home. Some of you might be in your home a lot these days. Then you have moon, and then you have oneness. Yeah, moon wants you to be aware of the oneness, to feel the oneness. Yeah, I just heard holistic. Your mental health, your physical health are all connected, so yeah, they affect one another. And that is why you feel mentally and physically tired at the same time. Then you got BW, black and white thinking. So maybe that's something moon wants you to look at, to dive deep into. Then you got magnesium. Then you have ray. Then you have rising or using. Then you have using some somber. Some of you might be having these somber days, sadness. Yeah. I feel like this is a message from the moon that they will be over soon. Then you have best. Yes, ushering. I feel like this is a message that best days are where you feel really good, mentally, physically, in every way possible. I feel like these days are coming to you really, really fast. Then you have sun. You also have this shining sun in wisdom card. Moon wants you to connect with the sun to feel better. I mean, we all know how sunlight affects our mental health. So maybe this is a message that you're being called to be under the sun for some time. Maybe this might help you. Then you have Monday, Sunday. Then you have bonfire. When I was writing that Sunday, Monday, I got this message that try to be more focused on the present moment, because this reminded me on Mondays, everyone is just waiting for Sunday to come instead of being in the present moment. So yeah, that might be a message for you from the moon, that do not wait for quote unquote good days and instead be present in the moment. Don't wait for the Sunday when it's Monday. Don't wait for the quote unquote good days and instead be more present in the moment. So the main takeaway from this reading is that moon wants you to have a daily practice and be more present in the moment instead of waiting for something good. So this is all I have for you, pile 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I want to thank you, your spirit guides, and the moon for coming through. I hope you have a great day. Bye. Hi everyone. So if you chose image 3 as your option, then this is your reading. I will start with shuffling your tarot cards. Message from the moon. Message from the moon. Okay. Okay. So you have 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles reversed, 8 of Cups reversed, 8 of Swords, Ace of Cups reversed, and 8 of Pentacles. Wow, there's a lot of Pentacles energy. So pile 3, even in your automatic writing session, which I will get to in a minute, I got honing skills, and that 8 of Pentacles is also about working hard to learn something. So I feel like the message from the moon is that if you're already doing it, if you're already learning a skill, then keep doing it. And if you aren't, but you have something in mind and you were thinking about it, if you should start learning the skill or something like that, then the moon wants you to do it. So if there was a skill in your mind and you felt called to do it these days, then this is a double confirmation from the moon that yes, your intuition is right. If you are feeling called to do something, to learn a skill, then go after it. So if you're already trying to learn a skill, then this is a message that Yeah, this is an encouragement from the moon. Keep doing it. And if you were thinking about learning a skill, then again, the moon is encouraging you to go after it. Go after this skill. Some of you might not, if you were just thinking about this, but you are not able to go after it, then the reason might be that you feel you cannot do it for some reason. So, reason can be anything for you. For a few of you, you might feel like because I just heard too old. So, some of you might feel like you're too old to learn this. And that's definitely not true, pile 3. So, if this is the reason why you're not going after it, then the moon wants you to know that it's not true. You can learn anything at any time. You are never too late, you're never too early. I feel like this reading is more like an encouragement from the moon. So I feel like this is a really strong message that if there's a skill in your mind which you want to learn, then go after it. And if you're already doing it, then this is a good sign that you're on the right path, pile 3. And you also have determination card as your pre-shuffle card. So this is again saying the same thing, that your determination towards learning whatever this is the right thing for you to do. So keep doing it. And if you were just thinking about it, the moon wants you to go after it. I just heard full force. So the moon wants you to go after it with everything you have. Amazing. So pile 3, I will roll your Astro Dice. Message from the moon. 8th house, Aquarius and Uranus. I feel like there is some self-limiting belief which is keeping you stuck somewhere, and it's not letting you move forward, not letting you leave things which are not good for you. And for some of you, I feel like you're getting out of this, and this is going to be really sudden change, a really sudden shift in your perspective. So you might be getting out of this, and it's going to be really, really sudden. And I feel like for most of you, if this is resonating that a self-limiting belief is holding you back, then I feel like for most of you, this is subconscious. So you might not be aware right now of what this is. Another guidance for you from the moon is that you're being called to do some shadow work. Yeah, this might be subconscious, pile 3. So this is a really specific message. It might not resonate with every one of you, but if you were thinking of making a really big purchase, then the moon wants you to rethink it. Because I feel like it might be, I just heard budget, so it might be out of your budget or something like that. Again, this might not resonate with every one of you, but if you were thinking of making a really big purchase, then think about it again. That's a message from the moon. So I did a quick automatic writing session for you, pile 3. Some keywords. You have more, less, honing. When I was writing that, I got that more is less. So maybe this is relevant to you. This might be about that skill. Keep going at it. This might be a message from the moon that keep going at it. Even if you feel you might be doing too much, I feel like this is an encouragement from the moon. More is less. So keep going at it, pile 3. Then you have lane, then you have unity. My lane. I feel like some of you might have found your lane or your purpose. You can call it anything, but I feel like some of you might have found it. Unity. And you have those hairs. 1, 3. Then you have 8. Then you have REM sleep. So it might be relevant to you. REM sleep. REM again. Honing skill. So like I was talking about that skill, you also got that same message in your automatic writing session, which is that if you were thinking about learning a skill, then the moon wants you to go forward to do it. Honing skill. This message feels really strong. So So the moon really wants you to give it your all, give it your everything. Then you have remind, numero. This reading is really specific. Most of it is about learning a skill or something like that. So pile 3, message from the moon. Pile 3, message from the moon. The empty room. Yeah, this reminds me that, again, the same message that moon wants you to be in a room and keep going at the skill. I feel like this might be really important for you in your journey. I just heard starting from scratch. Maybe you are learning something from scratch. Empty room. Pile 3, message from the moon. Acceptance. Radical acceptance in the now opens the flow. I also feel like some of you might not accept that there is a self-limiting belief, a specific belief, or maybe the fact that you need help. I feel like there is something which you are not ready to accept, that you are going through this. So yeah, there might be something. So this self-limiting belief or whatever this is, which is holding you back, which is not letting you move on in life, I feel like one of the reasons why you are not fully in touch with this is that you deep down don't want to accept that you feel this way or that you are going through this. Pile 3, message from the moon. Awareness. I feel like you need to be aware of this. Moon wants you to be aware of this. If you can, then you're also being called to meditate in an empty room, and that might help you be aware of this blockage. Memories of love. Okay, for a few of you, again, this might not resonate with everyone, but I feel like a few of you are being called to sell a product, and maybe that is something you are doing these days. Then take this as a sign that you are on the right path. For a few of you, this might be, you might be selling something, and again, this might be a confirmation, a sign that you're on the right path. I also feel like for some of you, this thing which is holding you back, this self-limiting belief or whatever this might be connected to something which was kind of like a good memory. So I don't know what this message is talking about, but again, for a few of you, this might resonate. This might be connected to a loving memory. Pile 3, message from the moon. Pile 3, message from the moon. Traveling. Wow. You have adventure and flowering. Some of you might feel called to travel a lot because you got traveling and adventure. Blessings coming to you from everywhere. If you feel called to travel these days, then there's a blessing which might come to you through that travel, through that adventure. You might make really beautiful memories in that trip or whatever this is. Pile 3, message from the moon. Journey. Wow. You have 3 traveling cards: traveling, adventure, and journey. So I'm not getting a specific message about that, but if you felt called to travel, then take this as a sign. Yeah, some of you might also feel called to learn a skill somewhere which is away from your place. So maybe you want to travel somewhere and learn a skill. So if you feel called to take a course or go back to school somewhere else, maybe in another country, another city, then take this as a sign from the moon. Because traveling is really strong in this pile. So if you feel called to travel, to learn something, then definitely take this as a sign from the moon. Okay, pile 3, message from the moon. Pile 3, message from the moon. Freedom. Follow your heart and nurture your soul with love and freedom to grow. And that freedom is also reminding me of travel, feeling free. Yeah, I just heard follow your freedom. So the message from the moon is that whatever feels like freedom to you, you are being called to go after it. Wow. Pile 3, message from the moon. Scorpion. Passionate, competitive, tends towards isolation. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the Scorpion's heat festers and they focus on an unresolved event from the past. Usually a situation where they were left feeling burned. The Scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings to everyone, so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. When in balance, violent, free, fierce. When out of balance, jealous, resentful, unresolved. To bring into balance, honesty, forgiveness. Pile 3, I feel like for you, your career might be the most important aspect of your life. And I feel like if you didn't go after what you feel called to go after or what you desire to go after, then you might feel resentful in the future. Because your career is something which is the most important to you. So it might make you feel resentful if you don't go after a calling. Yeah, I just heard bitter. It might make you feel bitter. So the message from the moon is to follow your calling, because if you won't, then you will feel really resentful. So pile 3, I will shuffle your letters. Lane. Wow, I think you also have lane in your automatic writing session. My lane. Yeah, this is your lane. This is your path. This is your lane. And you are meant to go after this. But before that, the main blockage is from you not accepting something. And this might, for most of you, this might be subconscious. But the good news is, I feel like a really sudden change is coming to you, which will, I just heard transform. So I feel like a really sudden change will transform this self-limiting belief. I feel like this will happen really quick. So this is not something which you have to wait for a long time. I feel like this change, this unexpected inner change which is coming to you, is going to transform you. And after that, you will finally accept whatever this is which you were not accepting. And yeah, you will follow your lane. I feel like many of you already know what you are meant to do, but this blockage is stopping you. And again, the good news is this is going to dissolve whatever this resistance is. Amazing. Mold. Yeah, this is something which has been in your life for some time, and it needs to go, pile 3. You cannot let this fester anymore. This needs to go, pile 3. And I feel like the thing I was talking about, where a sudden change is going to happen in your life, and after that, you will accept something which you are not accepting, and this self limiting belief or whatever this is will dissolve. I feel like for most of you, it is connected to moon. So maybe it will happen in new moon, or yeah, moon is going to help you in that. Amazing. Moon is going to help you dissolve that blockage or resistance or whatever this is. Moon is going to do that. Beautiful. Rigged. System is rigged. Ego. Rigged ego. Yeah, shadow side of the ego. I feel like if you can, you are definitely being called to meditate, because it will really, really help you to make the right decision, to be more connected with the divine knowledge, with the source. Because I feel like the shadow side of the ego is stopping you from going after your lane. So the main guidance for you, pile 3, from the moon is to be focused on whatever the skill is which you are being called to learn these days, to go after your lane. And another big message for you from the moon is to travel if you feel called to travel, because you got 3 cards. You're being called to do it. Something related to traveling and skills. So yeah, pile 3, keep working on that skill. So this is all I have for you, pile 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I want to thank you, the moon, and your spirit guides for coming through. I hope you have a great day. Bye.